Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're logging in from. I'd like to welcome everyone to this USGS webinar. I hope everyone and family are doing good during this stay-at-home time. We'll get through this together. But you know, even during this challenging period, there's a group of people who are positive and just hustling and building and even growing their business. Tonight, I have the privilege of introducing our speaker. You guys are in for a treat. I first met him on Zoom like this, and he is just different and in a good way. You know, he's super friendly and got everybody's attention. Later, I met him in person, and I see, man, this guy is real. You know, he is positive. He is super passionate. He just seems to enjoy what he's doing and always have fun. Not only that, this person is a serial entrepreneur. He has done many different types of traditional businesses, and he even deals with ATM machines and probably supply all the monies in these machines too. So tonight, he's here to share with us about the trend, opportunity, not only that, offer valuable insights about the business. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Mr. Boss. Hi, Boss.
Danny, how are you? Man, what a nice warm welcome that was. Thank you so much.
So good to see you.
It's nice to see you as well. How are you? What's happening over there?
I'm good, you know, working from home and two boys at home adjusting. Every time I see you, man, you have a big smile and you're always glowing. What you been using?
I shine my head with the towel.
With the serum first, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you're doing well?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yourself?
Good. I'm really well. Thank you so much. With all that's happening around the world, you know, we are moving forward. You know, whatever happens, we got to move forward, right?
I'm very much looking forward to tonight and learning more from you.
Well, thank you so much, Danny. And I appreciate the kind words, and thank you for presenting me. Take care.
Take care.
You know, as Danny said, my name is Voss, and well, first of all, I want to say hello and welcome. I mean, we have people from all over the world here. Let's see here. There are so many people. We have people from all the Americas. We have people from Asia. We have people from Australia. People even from, actually, even from Europe. It's like 3 a.m. Oh, what are you guys doing up? Well, I hope you came to see me, right? Well, either way, I want to really thank you for your time and your contribution to be here and to really open up what's possible. So let's get acquainted. I want to share a little bit about my background so we could really be related, right? So as Danny mentioned, my name is Voss. I'm coming to you from Southern California. And my parents actually migrated to the US in 1977 with my younger brother and sister. And I'm telling you, it was a culture shock at 10 years old. Didn't speak the language, didn't have friends. I mean, I discovered what sliced bread and television was. That was a huge impact, right? You can imagine. And you know, along the way, I really discovered that I didn't want to work for anyone. So when I went to school here, it was really about business. I wanted to learn business. I wanted to work for myself. I didn't want to answer to anyone or someone judging me about my ability. So, and along the way, I've been very successful. Some ventures I've been involved with, they haven't worked, and some have worked. So I can really share with you in business what doesn't work and what truly works. And the journey has been amazing. And you know, in 2009, the economic meltdown happened here in the US, right? Where I lost money, I lost income property, I lost my home, and that's probably when I started losing my hair. But either way, you know, isn't it amazing that there are people that show up at the right time for you? Well, that was a blessing when my good friend Patrick showed up, and Patrick is a very successful entrepreneur, and he said to me about monetizing the internet. Now, I've always been curious about how do people make money on the internet, right? And he showed me a step-by-step process, and I said, you know, Patrick, I'm in, because he made it so simple to do, right? So, you know, the journey has been amazing. I met some incredible people, and you know, along the way, the lifestyle I've attained has been just really, I've been very fortunate to attain the lifestyle that I have. And my intention today is to share with you about an opportunity that has changed lives of people around the world. And not only that, also want to share with you about what's possible for you in the area of finances and discovering what freedom is. So, you know, let's get started. So let me see, let's share my screen here. All right, there we go. So, my wife and I, we travel a lot, and in our travels, we discovered that there's a lot of people are looking for things, right? Meaning that there are people out there that's looking for, let me see here, let me control my screen here. They're looking for security. I mean, who doesn't want security and certainty in life, right? Especially economic security, especially with the way that things are taking place around the world. And not only that, but people want time flexibility. Now, you may have a lot of time flexibility today, but what happens when you have to go back to work, right? The time flexibility gets shrunk, and you have to deal with the job or deal with your business. And now more than ever, people are concerned about their health and vitality. We want to be strong. We don't want any virus to come into our body, so we're concerned. And helping others has been so natural for people nowadays. I mean, I see on social media all over the world that people are truly want to help people. Maybe it's to pick up groceries for a neighbor or someone that's elderly, or giving masks to someone. So it opens up our human qualities to help people, right? It's human nature. And that's also about building our dreams and just having an amazing future for not just for ourselves, but around the world. Now, one of the things that I want to talk about is the connection to technology and what it allows us to do. Now more than ever before, aren't we able to connect with people around the world? And what it does, it actually creates an economy where we are able to do business around the world so easily, depending on what you're sharing, right? And people want health, as I mentioned before, and the culture is changing completely, and we are in the middle of all this. And it's called globalization. And it's creating that new economy. Now, the new economy, you already understand, it's online presence, right? The question I have is, how many of you guys are part of that new economy? And now that's what we're here to discover today. So I want to talk about a company that I partnered with a number of years back. And this company is actually started in, the name is Jeunesse. The word Jeunesse means youth in French. Even though it's an American company, which started September 9, 2009 in Orlando, Florida. They started with a very clear mission statement. The Jeunesse family creates positive impact in the world by helping people look and feel young while empowering each other to unleash our potential. I mean, that's an amazing statement, right? And what they're focused on is helping people look and feel younger on the inside and outside. And they do that by creating technology products from sharing these products around the world. Now, I've been a traditional business owner for many years, and I've done business locally here in the US. Now, in a very short period of time, what Jeunesse has been able to do is to distribute these products clearly all around the world. And they've done that because they have actually put together a system in place. Now, in a very short period of time, we've actually been able to do over $1 billion in sales. Remember, I said we started in September 9, 2009, right? So in 2015 to 16, we hit our first $1 billion annual sales in that year. And that's, from there on, we have broken records in the industry. We're at 2020 now. Every single year since 2015, we've been able to do $1 billion in sales. So since the inception of the company, we've done over $8 billion in business. Now, we have conventional companies like Apple to Google. They've also done that. These are tech companies, and they have a system in place. And so do we. We also have a platform in place to be able to do this kind of business. Now, Jeunesse is very smart. The way they're able to do that is that actually put together a team of doctors. Dr. Nathan Newman, he is a brilliant researcher and a scientist and a developer of our adult stem cell technology today. And I'll share a little bit more about him just in a short time. And then we have Dr. Amsalog, William Amsalog. Dr. Nathan, actually, he's in Beverly Hills, right around the corner from where I am. And Dr. William Amsalog, he is in France. He's actually well versed in Eastern and Western medicines. And next, Dr. Vincent Giampapa. Now, this gentleman is so smart. He actually has been nominated for the Nobel Prize in medicine before. And not only that, but he's actually the first president of the American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine. So again, very successful, very successful, and he's also been in a lot of articles and about his research. Dr. Donna Antar, she actually works closely, who is a medical doctor who actually closely works at the home office in Orlando, Florida. And Mr. Christian Jarpeau, he is very well known around the world for his research and science behind stem cells. He's written 3 books, so this guy knows what he's talking about. And what these doctors and scientists have done is put together a system that actually has brought technology to the forefront. Now, when you have technology that's not out in the world yet, and these guys have it, and we have products that you cannot find in department stores, this is where the opportunity lies. The only way you can get these products is from websites like ours. And the website has explanation of all the details, technology of the products. So because of the short, brief presentation today, I'm not going to go over all the details of the product, but I'm telling you, these products have made an impact in the world that millions of people around the world have seen the difference. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of videos. Now, these videos are going to share with you Dr. Nathan Newman. Remember I said I was going to talk about Dr. Nathan again? He's actually going to share about the technology of his products. Not only that, but he's also going to share with you how he met the owners of Genes Global, as well as how the company was formed. And the next video I'm going to show after that is a video about a high biotechnology product, which is the #1 selling product in the world. Not only that, it has actually helped my mother with certain health conditions. It has helped me, my mother-in-law, my wife, and a lot of people around the world. Millions of people have seen the effects, the beneficial effects of the product Reserve. So those are the 2 videos I'm going to share with you next.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nathan Newman. I'm a cosmetic surgeon in Beverly Hills. I trained at Albert Einstein Medical Center in New York, where I got my medical degree. And then I went and I did a residency at Cook County Hospital in dermatology. From there, I went to Riverside and did a fellowship in cosmetic surgery. I read an article about how when you take out the fat and leave it in a syringe, you can see the separation between the fat and the water, and in between it, there is a stem cell rich layer there. We then took these stem cells, concentrated them, started treating people, and we got amazing results. The quality of the skin in the patients we treated was getting improved within a matter of weeks. I met Randy and Wendy Lewis in 2009. Randy had a problem with his knee. He came to my office to get the stem cell treatment. We treated him, he got better, and while he was here, we started talking. He asked me what else I do with my technology or what else I do in my research, and I told him basically that we've developed this polypeptide technology that helps to heal wounds and improve the skin. And we've made a cosmetic product out of it. And he asked me, how many of these do you sell in a month? And I said, about 40. And he looked at me and goes, how would you like to sell 40,000? I said, sure. Randy and Wendy went home. 2 days later, they call me back and they say, okay, we've made a company called Genes, and we're going to sell your product. And the rest is history.
Wow, isn't that an amazing story?
Dark cherry, blueberry, Concord grape, pomegranate, and acai berries. We've blended these 5 superfruits into one refreshing, powerful, and delicious supplement. Reserve. Each fruit in Reserve was specifically selected for its antioxidant level, nutrition profile, and great taste, and then boosted with aloe vera, grapeseed, and green tea extracts, and Reserve's most influential ingredient, resveratrol. This heart-friendly polyphenol has been the subject of decades of research and gained a worldwide reputation. Proven protection. CAP-E laboratory tests showed that Reserve may enter and protect red blood cells from free radical damage. Reserve is the perfect combination of 5 superfruits, heart-friendly resveratrol, and other scientifically studied ingredients into one refreshing, powerful, and delicious supplement. Reserve. It's vitality reserved for you.
Folks, that's actually our #1 selling product in the world today. You got to get your hands on this. I mean, it tastes great and it's an amazing product. Now I am no doctor, and I've been using these products for the last 7 years, and I'm telling you, that's why people are commenting, hey, listen, you don't look 53. And that's a good thing, right? Who wants to look pretty? Everybody wants to look pretty. So again, these products have been a tremendous benefit for myself and people around the world. It's high technology, and this is what we have. And this is where I saw the opportunity lie. It's really about leveraging the global economy. And look today, the world is so small today, right? So Jeunesse actually does business. It's actually an e-commerce platform. That means we do business only online. As I mentioned before, you can't find these products in department stores anywhere else. You can only get them through official Jeunesse website. And the company actually has over $1 billion of products in different warehouses placed around the world to make it simple to ship out. So we are serious. And not only that, but we have a pay-in, pay-out solution. Let's say you have a friend in Hong Kong or Malaysia or Singapore, South America, North America, Africa, wherever, right? They can actually go to your website. They can purchase products. The company will drop ship it for you. So you don't have to have inventory at home. You don't have to go to the post office to ship anything out. It makes it easy, right? And we also have a pay-in, pay-out solution where the company actually pays in US dollars all around the world instantly. So when a customer purchases it, it gets shipped out and you get commissioned right away. And that makes it simple. As I mentioned, we have 50 warehouses and offices around the world strategically placed to make doing business a lot simple. Now with social media, with all the ways that we come to you deliver, the company also has live events to introduce the business. We also have Zoom events like that we're on today. And it makes it so much easier to get this information out to people around the world. And with this day and age, the company realizes how important social media is. They have put together a professional, detailed website as well as videos about the products. So you don't have to memorize all the products. You can just send a link to people and they'll understand it. And it also takes a good management team that's around the world to support this company because we are in 150 countries and territories around the world, as I mentioned before. What's important is leadership. Leaders like myself and Danny in Texas, we're actually able to support and train you on step by step, all done online to create that online presence for people around the world. So how do we get started? Well, I call this a business in a box because it is so simple. It's like plug and play. So how do we get started? Well, it's really about a sharing economy. It's really about getting paid big. I mean, of course, we all want to get paid big, right? Well, to get started, you start with a starter kit, and that is $29.95, or you have the option to purchase a starter kit along with marketing materials for $49.95. These are US dollars. And right now, the company is running a promotion for $1. You could actually have your online kit and your website up and running, ready to go within the next, you could create it in 10 minutes. That's how simple it is. And there's two different ways to get paid. First is linear income. Now, linear income is people can go to your website and they can buy products, as I mentioned before, or individual products, or you can purchase an enrollment package, which is actually discounted. It's below wholesale, so you can experience all the products. And when people buy these, you actually earn commissions when the company drop ships the products for you. And it makes it simple, right? And you get to earn commission, which is the most important part of this, right? By sharing. Now the second way to make money is what we call leverage income. Leverage income is, let me explain. Well, there was a gentleman by the name of J. Paul Getty. He was actually the first documented billionaire in the US. He said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of myself. So can you imagine when there's websites popping up because you shared with other people and they're shared with other people, you get an override on global sales volume. Now, you may not know these people. Like my business is in over 20 countries around the world. I don't know them all. I love them because they discovered for themselves that they can create something for themselves as maybe a second income or even replacing the current income at the work. And the next thing I'm really excited about is when you train and teach people how to create an income for themselves, the company rewards you with matching commission, matching bonus. just because you're out there helping people. How do you do that? Well, you just invite them to webinar. You show them what the step-by-step trainings are. So it's very simple compared to conventional business. And what the company is very generous. They've actually put together a global bonus pool. Now, this bonus pool gets shared with the top leaders of the company, and it's very, it's obviously it's work to get to those top positions and the company. So this is not profit sharing. They put aside a percentage of all volume around the world, and these the shares get presented to these individuals on a quarterly basis. So there's a lot of money involved, no income claims or anything. So I mean, this is a brief introduction, so get back to the person, they'll tell you all the details. The best part of this, what I like, is the incentive trips. Now, the company has 2 incentive trips a year. Actually, we can earn these trips. And I've been on a number of them, from Thailand, to cruise to Alaska. The most recent trip, what my wife and I took to was Rome. I'm telling you, the best part of this trip is when you come back, you have no bills because everything is paid for you, from our tours to excursions, hotels, food. I mean, one of the things that I love about it is I get to meet with people from around the U.S., around the world, and exchange ideas. And these are people who are positive, driven. They have a lot of passion for what they're doing. It's not like people are just out there just traveling by themselves. This is a group of friends that get together. So really an amazing way to travel around the world. Now, at this point, what I like to do is actually to invite some friends of mine from around the world. And first, I want to invite a good friend. She's actually in Texas. Elaine, are you out there? Let me.
Hi, Lons.
1 second.
Hi. How are you?
Hi, Elaine. How are you?
I'm okay.
Well, good. How's everything? How are you keeping with all the things that are happening in the world?
Well, I think I'm doing like everybody else is doing, just working from home.
Yeah.
Every day seems the same.
Yeah.
What day is it? It doesn't matter. I'm still working here at home.
I know, right? Well, what I want you to share, Elaine, is you're new at this business, and I want you to share with people, where were you before Jeunesse, and who introduced you to Jeunesse, and what did you see?
Okay, well, so I've been in Austin, Texas since I graduated from UT with a computer science degree. And I've been fortunate to be working in the software development industry. Mm-hmm. So Austin, Silicon Hills, right? So there's plenty of work in the high industry.
Sure.
But within the high tech industry, being in a corporate business, I've experienced the ups and the downs. Mm. And I was fortunate last year that while I was on one of the downs, I met up with my friend Nancy, mm-hmm. who introduced me to this platform. I told her, hey, so I'm at the bottom of one of the valleys right now, and I got laid off from my job again, this being the 4th time in 16 years. Wow. So I was thinking, maybe it's time for me to make a change. So I was asking her, look, Nancy, what have you been doing? Because it seems like you've been posting all these pictures of you on trips, and you're no longer working for the company we both used to work for, which was a corporate company. So you must be doing great. Yeah. So she told me a little bit about the company, and I was thinking, Nancy doesn't make moves that are huge unless it's a good thing. Yeah. So I was thinking, I want to be a part of a good thing also.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what you saw. One of the things that I want to point out, what you said, Elaine, was how you've been laid off 4 times from different corporate jobs, right? And it's really, there are many people that go through their whole life without looking to see, what can I do to really take on this control for myself. And that you saw that with Nancy, you saw, and you made a decision that you want something like that also.
Right. So in the corporate world, with those ups and downs, layoffs happen. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it seems like it's become the norm. So I wanted to do something to, take control of my finances somehow. Sure. So this was a way for me to add another option to my mm-hmm. finances. I wasn't quite ready to let go of the corporate world, so I did get another job, but this was something that I could fall back on in case the layoff thing happened again, which, to be honest, I am a little bit frightened because of what's going on in the world today, that it might happen again sooner than later.
Yeah. So I'm glad that you discovered that, you have to have a plan B, so-called.
Right.
And, people like Nancy, who are, amazing leaders in the world, in the company, you attach yourself with someone who's able to support you. So I'm really glad that you made a decision, because that's the most important thing, is to make that decision that I want something different, I want change. So thank you so much for sharing that. I know a lot of people are dealing with that, with what's happening in the world, uncertainty. They may not have a job to go back to. So you found plan B, and this is what we're doing. We're sharing what can be a plan B, or which turns into a plan A. So thank you again, Elaine, for sharing.
Thank you, Baz.
Next, I want to talk to actually Elaine's friend, who is a very successful entrepreneur. And I mean, she has an amazing background. So is Nancy there?
Hey, Voss, how's it going?
Nancy, hi, I'm well. What is up? How is Texas?
Fantastic.
Well, I know a lot about you because we met in the beginning. We met online like this on a Zoom webinar, and then we've been fortunate to meet at different events. And recently, when you guys came to LA, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Yes, of course. Hello, everybody. My name is Nancy. I'm a mother of 2 young boys, and I'm from Austin, Texas. Like Elaine mentioned earlier, I've been in the IT field as well, and for the past 13 years, I was a biotech software project manager. And just like, all of some of the people out there looking for additional options and flexibility in their life, I wanted more time to spend with my kids as they're growing up. So
Sure.
I was introduced to this platform.
I mean, you've been an investor. You've done a lot of things. For you to see, what is it about this platform you saw?
Wow, it's robust, it's proven system, it has a solid company, it's global, and which I can't do as a software project manager from Austin, Texas, right?
Yeah. So again, that makes a huge difference when it's proven system, right, Nancy? And you're a very smart person to know what entrepreneurship is about and investing and so forth. And your husband was here earlier introducing me, Danny. So it's amazing to see husband and wife teams work together collectively to make a big difference and be able to spend more time with the kids at home.
Yes, of course. I mean, it's a fantastic opportunity if you give it a shot, that you could work alongside your spouse or your closest friends and family, and you'd be amazed of the opportunities and the growth potentials that's available.
Yeah, wow. Wow, you guys just heard that, right? The opportunity and the growth potential. And this is what Nancy has created for herself and her family and her friends like Elaine and so forth, and many people around the world. So Nancy, thank you so much for your time. I mean, this has been really an honor to speak to you, because I know, you're very busy with the kids at home now, and you took the time to be with us, and most importantly, share with people who are from here, from around the world, because they may be dealing with what you dealt with in the past. So thank you.
Thank you, Ross.
Next, we're going to fly all the way to Singapore to meet a really dear friend of mine. I've known him for a number of years now. Now, he is not in Singapore at the moment. This guy travels all over the place. I think he's in Malaysia right now. So is Christopher there?
Yep, Vas, I'm here. Thanks for having me on.
Christopher, apa kabar? How are you?
Hello, how are you? A very good
good
morning. Okay, I'm sure you guys are having, it's a good night over there in US.
Yes, it is a very beautiful day. So tell us, Christopher, tell us your background. You're one of those success-driven guys.
All right. Okay, thanks for having me on. Okay, long story short, okay, I mean, today we have a lot of corporate employees online, like Nancy, like Elaine, like Danny. Okay, we once we were all corporate employees. So I'm sure I don't need to go on and on about how non-fulfilling corporate world is, because as long as I don't know how to manage my boss's impression, sometimes I don't get promoted as fast as I wanted to. Okay, so it's extremely frustrating to be working in the corporate. And of course, last time, okay, I actually found Jeunesse by chance, okay, because that time I was actually I was not looking out for business, and my sister was trying to sell me Reserve back then. Okay, so I was actually thinking that I don't need any health supplement. So at first I didn't take a second look at Jeunesse. But of course, after that, long story short, okay, what actually attracted me to Jeunesse was very simple. A very simple reason that if I'm doing Jeunesse part-time, I get to convert my corporate annual income into my Jeunesse monthly income. So straight away, I tell myself, why not? Okay, so I jumped on, and there goes. Okay, the rest is history. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Well, Christopher, you're an amazing leader, and you have the knowledge how corporate works, right? Whether it be corporate America, corporate Singapore, corporate Malaysia, wherever you are. And for you to see something like this as being so powerful, sometimes people may not see it for the first time, but when you see and when you start looking at it, and you're a smart guy to discover this, I mean, it's really brilliant. So where do you see yourself? I know you have teams all over the place. Where do you see yourself in the next 3 years with the business?
All right. Of course, definitely 3 years later. Okay. Of course, now what I've actually gotten from Jeunesse, I'm very blessed. Okay, because after working about part-time and now full-time Jeunesse, okay, I finally got the income that I want. I finally can design the income that I want. So I'm very blessed to be able to fire my boss. That's why you have mentioned that I'm able to obtain this country freedom. So now I'm not based in Singapore no longer. I'm based everywhere except Singapore. All right. So I'm now in Malaysia. So like I said, what do I see myself in the next 3 years? Okay. Of course, definitely. In this journey, we actually see a lot of people like me. Okay, because we often have no other options in life last time. So definitely, we really want to impact more entrepreneurship. Okay, we want to let everyone embark on this journey part-time. Okay, at least part-time, so that in the next 3 years, I really definitely want to help more people. Okay, like me, to also obtain time freedom. Okay, because nowadays, like in these times of uncertainty, okay, a lot of people, change is the only constant. Okay, so definitely a lot of people now wants to change. Okay, so definitely 3 years later, I'm sure we want to embrace change, and we want to help everyone to obtain this time freedom for everyone. Because in case next time, maybe 5 years later, another COVID would come along, definitely, okay, I see my journey as really helping more people step out of their comfort zone and really change their life, like how Jeunesse has changed mine. So thank you very much.
Christopher, a lot of people are discovering the benefits having an online business now more than ever before. Yes. And one thing you said is really about designing your life, and that's what you're doing, not being at one place because you have to go to a job or a business that you run, traditional business. So I mean, this is brilliant, because there's so many people who are listening are wondering, hey, if I have this corporate job, what happens? What can I do? Can I work from anywhere in the world? Yes. The number one reason why people do business online or buy online is because it's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It never shuts down. I mean, local stores may shut down, but this is really going. So thank you so much, Christopher, for sharing with us and being with us from Malaysia. Enjoy your time there, and we'll speak to you on the next Zoom webinar, or I'll give you a call.
All right, thanks, Ross.
Well, folks, you just saw people from three different backgrounds, dealing with being homemakers. Now they're creating that homemakership, and it's really about designing the life you want. So what I want you to do is really get back to the person who put you on the webinar, get the details. What does it take to get started? And actually, I want you to thank the person who invited you on the webinar, because they thought highly of you, and they thought this is something that you could do for yourself to create the wealth that you want, or create the lifestyle that you want for yourself. So until the next time, please be safe, and I will see you on the next Zoom webinar. Take care of yourself, and bye-bye.
If you see something for yourself, get back to the person who shared this video with you. And don't forget to subscribe to the official USGS YouTube channel to receive future videos.